My colleague Vladimir Duthiers toured the debate hall earlier today. Let's take a look.
Thanks, Elaine. I'm sitting here in the front row, right in the center of the debate hall, although I won't be here obviously tonight. There will be about 1,500 invited guests that will actually be seated during this third and final presidential debate. Some interesting facts for our viewers. Donald Trump will be stage right. Hillary Clinton will be stage left. She is going to get the first question. And as far as the audience members are concerned, you can see the room's fairly large. You'll remember this obviously from your time as a vice presidential debate moderator, but about 1,500 people will be seated here. Not everyone gets a ticket. This is not something that people walking outside of the street can say, hey, I want a ticket to the final debate. How do I get that? It's going to be mostly people who have been invited by the campaign. We know, controversially speaking, Donald Trump has invited President Obama's half-brother Malik Obama to be seated here during the debate. We're not sure exactly what the purpose of that is because President Obama, as you know, and our viewers know, is not running for re-election, but he's going to have that person here in this debate hall. Also, he's going to have Pat Smith. She is the mother of an IT consultant who lost his life during that Benghazi attack. Hillary Clinton is expected for her part to have Meg Whitman. She's the former CEO of eBay. She's going to be here. She was an early supporter of Hillary Clinton and an early sort of backer of that Never Trump movement. She's a Republican, of course. She has been a Republican, and now she has become one of those Republicans who have switched sides, at least when it comes to this presidential election, to back Hillary Clinton. She's going to be seated here. Also, Elaine, Mark Cuban, the very brash and outspoken owner of the Dallas Mavericks, is also expected to be here. Again, these are sort of mind games that the candidates are playing. No one really expects that either candidate are going to be thrown off their game by some of these people that are going to be here. I want you to take a look back here for our audience to get a sense of how the magic of television works during these debates. You can see that there are several live positions right behind me here, and CBS News is going to be center right there in the back of the debate hall where all the action will come to our viewers live on CBS News. Interestingly enough, I pointed out that Hillary Clinton is going to get the first question. There's also really something interesting that is being done at this debate, which hasn't been done in the last couple of debates, because if you recall, during the last presidential debate, the Trump campaign had several of the women who had in the past accused Bill Clinton of infidelity to not have that moment where perhaps these President Clinton and these accusers, if they happen to be here, would cross paths with the former president. They are not going to cross paths as they come out into the debate hall. We know that if they at all have to come face to face with each other, it'll be after the debate, which will prevent there from being an awkward moment. The other thing, Elaine, you'll be able to attest to this, having been a vice presidential debate moderator. The moderator of this debate, Chris Wallace of Fox News, is not going to meet or get to greet the candidates before. The very first time that he will see them is when he puts himself right here in that moderator chair, which will be very familiar to you, Elaine, and to our viewers who have been following the coverage of this presidential election in these past 3 debates. He will sit there, and the questions that are coming up this time around are policy questions, questions on immigration, questions on foreign policy, on Supreme Court justices, and that will be the first time that Chris Wallace actually interacts with these two candidates. They have some water on the stage, they have a notepad, they're able to take some notes, but a lot of people have wondered if the debate moderator has an IFB, which is those little earbuds that TV people usually have to talk to the control room. No, he does not. They generally do not have those IFBs, and the candidates themselves are also not able to get any information from people behind the wing. So that is the scene right here tonight for the very third and final presidential debate on CBS News and CBSN, which you can obviously watch it. Toss it back over to you, Elaine.
All right, Vlad, thank you so much.